Okay, I wanted to record this before I forget, actually. Now, this top scientist was asking a question, what is consciousness? And all his life, he was trying to create consciousness from a computer. Can I codify a theorem that can explain what is consciousness? Very good quest, but he couldn't know how to do that. The real question he was asking all the time is that, how can sensation that is within me be codified? And why is he asking about what is consciousness? Because he has never been happy in his life. He was always searching for something, and he was always trying to do what is right to be happy. But then, even though he does what is right, he wasn't happy. That's the very interesting part. And one day he realized that he has been pretending to be happy because he never was happy. So he realized that all this happiness that he had was a pretense. So it was only when an NDE began to take place, which is in answer to his prayer, that he began to understand that happiness is me. You see, if you want a computer to be conscious, if you want a robot to be conscious, then the robot has got to know itself. That's what consciousness is all about. So you can actually put all the AI into the computer or robot, but will it ever know itself? That's the key puzzle of all. And the answer came to this top scientist when one day something came up from within him. And that something that came up from within him filled up the whole universe. And he felt that he was watching himself for the first time. And he felt tremendous love and peace that he never felt before. And he began to realize, post-mortem, that it's because he began to see himself and know himself. And that's why he had tremendous peace and happiness. It is not about the knowledge of anything, but rather the realization that I'm looking at myself. Not even a realization, the very fact that I am actually looking at myself. And that's where the happiness of life is released. I must be in the place of me as a. That's the toughest part. And he noticed light coming up from him. So he could see the light coming up from him. And that light, he realized, is himself. And this shocks me, actually. But I know already, but it shocks me. It shocks me because for the first time in his life, he realized that light, which is the observer, is the true presence, is the I. But now he's watching the I. Now, it seems so easy to watch the I, right? But how is it possible that it takes an NDE for a person to begin to see himself? And many people are thinking that they are happy, believing in God, that God made them happy. They don't realize that actually happiness is about knowing oneself. And knowing oneself is not an easy thing. It requires an NDE to bring about that knowing. How is that possible? That's the question I'm asking in this video.
That comes out of me. And then this energy, all of a sudden is everywhere. In this white scintillating light, my consciousness is in that light. And so now I am observing myself. So I'm the observer of myself. This energy, because this love was there this joy and this peace was there as well. And then a thought forms. Wow, a thought. But I already got what the thought was trying to say. The thought was, oh, this stuff is what everything is made of. But these are symbols. What before that thought, there was the understanding that the thought expressed. And then that was the end of it.
The first thing you must realize is that you came into this world to experience space-time. So why would you be brought out of this world to experience an NDE? Unless it is really necessary. That's right. Because perhaps the person, your life has been completely drowned with all the thoughts that you're having. And you're forgetting that you're actually not in this world, but actually from a source which is just simply one. You're forgetting it. So because of that, you're brought out into NDE because that's the only way you could discover the truth. So for this top scientist, to discover the truth was to realize that a light would shine forth from within him and come out of him. So when he could see that happening, then he suddenly dawned on him, true happiness is discovering who I am. True happiness is knowing myself. But if without that NDE experience, he wouldn't have been able to do so. So the question in my mind, and I'm asking myself right now, is that the reason why the NDE was given was only to allow that person to understand something which he couldn't possibly have understood in this lifetime if he had been left without an NDE. The truth is that we are meant to be in space-time, and we are meant to remain there in this allotted space-time. And yet in this space-time, to triumph over it, to realize the I am, and to be able to watch myself while in space-time. But that is the triumph of a man. But I didn't answer the question. Why is it so difficult to know myself? Isn't that right? Why is it so difficult? And everybody, taught that they actually know themselves. All that they know of themselves is merely thoughts and what they understand themselves as an image. But they don't really know themselves. How come? What is lacking? Why is it couldn't really get to the place? As for myself, if it wasn't for the NDE that I had, I wouldn't really know it. The NDE, the angels told me that I have to observe my thoughts, and that is a secret. I have to observe my thoughts, and that would begin the journey where I would be able to find myself and to be in myself. At first when I did it, it was meaningless altogether. But then at a later stage, about 10 years later after doing that meditation, I began to realize that when I watched my thoughts, I could actually turn into breath. I myself could actually turn into breath. Then I realized that I'm not the body. I'm not even the David Chiu I thought I am. I'm everywhere. That's right. Okay, I'm everywhere. But that's not enough. Knowing that I'm everywhere doesn't make me be where I am. That's it. The secret lies in turning into breath and to walk with the breath and to move with the breath. Then you are where you are. You are at the very place of I am. You must be the causation of your own self. That is a mystery altogether. But that's the purpose of meditation. And meditation, talking about meditation, a lot of people have the wrong ideas. They thought that meditation is to find peace. No, that is your intention and it's good. All you need to do is to relax your mind, have lesser thoughts, and you would find peace. Okay, if that's meditation, then go ahead. Some people have further than that. They thought that they should enter into a place where there is no thought. That's also good. because thoughts is the thing that is taking us away from ourselves. So if you have no much thoughts at all, you are more with yourself than if you're surrounded with thoughts. That's fine. So meditation does help to actually decrease the thought element in your life. But that doesn't really help, because reducing the thought and entering into a dark place without thought is still a thought, because that dark place without a thought is your imagination of the dark place, and you're still in the imagination of your own self. So how to get out of it? It is when you discover that you are the breath. That's a totally different thing. Now, I've heard of people who through meditation to get out of their body and go somewhere. That's right, I appreciate what they did, because what they are doing is that they are actually minimizing the body. The body becomes disappearing. And because the body disappears, space-time reduces to a very tremendous extent. And as a result, which the person now discovers himself as himself. And while in that NDE, while out of the body, they enjoy the tremendous love and peace of being with themselves. But then, that's very good. But that's not the purpose of meditation. Meditation is to help you to understand that I am is your only happiness. But how would you get that happiness without the NDE? You're not going to live in NDE. You've got to return back to Earth and live in space-time. How are you going to be with I am all the time while you're still in space-time? Not out there in NDE, but space-time. How do you do that? That's where you need a lot of practice. That's right. Having discovered that I am is what you want to find and to achieve, you must now enter breath from where you are right now. That's right. While still being the body, enter breath and discover the presence that is out of this world. Notice that what I've been doing is simply definitions. I've been giving you definitions of the definition. I use the word breath. I use the word space-time. I use the word light, the observer. But you don't know what I mean by that. You need to discover what it means, not from what I say, but from your own life experience. Something awesome is taking place. And definitions cannot help. Every man has got his own definition. That's right. But what does it mean to enter breath? Because this universe is not made of physicality. It is made from a substance deeper than physicality. And the deeper place of physicality is light. And then beyond light, deeper than light, is breath. And breath, which is the breath of God, as is written in the Bible. It's so hard to understand all these. So, actually when I wrote all these videos on, I did it all impromptu, as you will notice it. When you see me undressed, it means I'm at home. Or maybe I took off my shirt. I'm not here to present myself as a compare or as someone to give you a message, no. I'm here to record what I have discovered in life, and if you choose to discover it, you can follow me. Yeah, that's right. I have no intention to earn money from you. I'm just trying to tell you the truth and nothing else, without getting money from YouTube, without being popular at all. But if I happen to be popular and if you find me, that is your privilege and wonder.